On today's episode, we will be discussing how to stop overthinking and sweating the small stuff. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk to Us Today. Namita, I had to tell you. I want everybody to hear. I was speaking to one of my friends last week, and we were in the middle of a deep discussion, which was getting slightly heated. Obviously, politics and religion, okay? And all of a sudden, she had
hot topic.
She had to leave. Honestly, it doesn't matter what the topic was or the reason that
leave. That went to that extent?
No, she had to leave. So she didn't tell me why. And I was left hanging, thinking that, oh, my friend's all offended. And at first I didn't dwell too much. But by the evening when, over the course of the day, I started thinking about it. And I said, maybe she hung up on me on purpose. And at first I was worried. Then I started getting angry. And all this emotion is just me, right? And I'm so mad. And I'm like driving down the highway, having this imaginary conversation with her. I'm like, what the hell? I thought we could talk about everything. Why can't we talk about religion and politics? We're good friends. These are normal conversations. And I'm having this full blown out. So then anyways, to make matters much worse, I called her. She didn't pick up. And I'm like, screw this shit. I completely spiraled out of my head. And I'm like crying. I could barely sleep. And at night, when you're sleeping and you get that heavy feeling in your chest. And I was like, this is so bad. Long story, really short. Next evening, she called me and she's like, oh, my mom had to be taken to the hospital. I don't even think she remembered what the conversation was about. And that's what we're talking about. The outcome of overthinking.
Oh, God.
It's crazy.
Exactly, Simrit. So many times in relationship, we keep thinking and it doesn't really help much, doesn't it? You have experienced it yourself. However, when it comes to jobs and health, or when there are more serious issues, one does overthink. It's natural, and it seems completely impossible to think about anything else. We just stick onto that. Everything would get related to that. You will snap and the other person would not know what's going on. And like, oh my God, what's wrong with her? So we imagine the worst case scenarios and take a lot of mental stress. So what should we do in such cases?
So the Japanese have come up with these amazing little techniques and they help us not overthink. So let's talk about some of those methods and some of ours and, quickly how to recognize overthinking and step back. So there is something called shikata ga nai. And sorry guys who know Japanese, I don't know how it's, so I'm just going to pronounce it the way it's spelled. So
let's decode into simple language.
Yeah. It's the art of letting go. Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what? It is what it is. Breathe and accept that this is how. And acceptance is great. I believe in that. Accept it. Things have changed. This is going to happen. Accept it. Accept that something is out of your control, and then let's move forward.
Yeah, this whole idea of letting go is really amazing. Yeah. It does help a lot. And if you know how to let it go.
It's a lot of training.
And it's all about accepting things that are out of your control.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's simple. If you look at it, it's very simple. But then again, it's an art. You have to learn how to really do that.
Yeah. And it's something we all struggle with. We obsess over things we can't change, anything at all that, the weather is bad, the car needs to be, we obsess about travel plans. If it's out of our, hands, why not sit back? And you see certain people, you can see the two people running around in airports and shops around us every day. One is the one. And normally it's a couple made of these two people. One are the Zen. And that's your husband, isn't he? Like, okay, fine. We can't do anything. There's a flat tire. We're sitting here. Now we're done. And there's the other one. No. Oh my God. I'm getting late. There's an appointment. There's this.
Yeah.
You know what? It's better to be Zen.
So next time something doesn't go the way you want, take a deep breath and say, shikata ga nai. That's what it is.
So how we pronounce it. Oh, let's talk about wabi sabi. I love this one.
Wow, Simrit, you seems to be knowing so much about these Japanese techniques.
Wabi sabi.
That sounds like an interesting name, Simrit. What does it mean?
The beauty of imperfection. And I love this.
Oh, I know. This, I think since it's Japanese now, I can relate. that how the world is, especially the Japanese people, they are very obsessed with keeping the broken things. They would just highlight them with gold. So, I mean, even if it is broken, they just want to keep it. They like the beauty of imperfection. Yeah, I can relate to
Exactly.
this one.
So
Yeah.
if something is chipped, you mold it or correct it in a way where you highlight that. And I believe this. I believe life only becomes perfect with imperfections. Otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise it's Instagram, guys.
Filtered.
And that Japanese pottery is where they got, I think, this name wabi sabi, that the cracks are like highlighted with beautiful, intricacy. So I like that.
Yeah. No, that's a very beautiful idea. And so next time when you're overthinking your flaws, just remind yourself, wabi sabi,
Wabi
right?
sabi, wabi
Oh,
sabi.
that doesn't mean you don't want to improve yourself or correct yourself, but it's just something in general,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one that I believe in is ikagai.
Yeah, I know about Ikagai. Yes.
Yes. So ikagai, find your purpose. And that helps you overthink it. So this is the
Absolutely.
purpose in life. We have to do this. And ikagai says, find your purpose, stop overthinking it, find your way around it. That's what ikagai is.
I think it's not just in Japanese, even in Indian mythology or Indian, if you go, they do talk about karma and the purpose that you have in life. Just focus on that. Others are distractions.
So now coming to so these are some Japanese techniques, because Japanese people are Zen. That's why we want to pick up these little, continuous techniques from them. We talk about them again and again. I think if you go back to their philosophies or our philosophies, there's a lot to learn. Another one is just meditate. When you're really overthinking, it's something that is out of your control. You understand it's out of your control. You still can't stop. I think everyone in our circles, and by and large, everyone I've spoken to, even when you're an atheist, you have a spot where you go for your downtime, for your meditation. That could be a prayer room. It could be your mandir. It could be your gurdwara, whatever. Go and take that time and breathe and meditate. And it really helps overthink. Remember, you're part of a larger cosmic evolution here. We're not just about this, this relationship.
Yeah. So since you're talking about meditate, or it's all about just break yourself from your surrounding, isolate yourself and just focus and think, right? For me, it would be my toilet, to be honest. The moment, if something is bothering, I just go inside and just sit. Yeah. So it's funny.
It's the only place we get our time by ourselves, right?
Exactly. I go to the bathroom and I was like, I'm sitting and I just sit down. I mean, I don't get any distractions. Everybody knows, okay, she's there. So nobody's coming in or calling me. And then I think about it and let it go. If it's something which I have to breathe in, and okay, fine. I have to find my peace. So that is the best place. And whatever is the best place for you, I would say, just go there and take a deep breath and just think about it, what you would need to do next. And there's another thing which I have learned recently, that even if you can break your thoughts to no thoughts, even for seconds.
Yeah, that's a meditation. That's what another meditation.
That is something. Yeah, that's one way of meditating. Like you need to just break it. No matter if you're sitting on your couch, close your eyes and if you can just break yourself a second. That's it starts with seconds. I
used to meditate all the time in bed when I was alone. Just shut your eyes and let your mind go blank. But you have to practice it. Again, all these things take practice. The last one, which ties in with something that you love too, is Shinrin Yoku. This is another Japanese one, which is forest bathing.
Wow. Okay. So now the names are complicated, but the meaning is so relatable. Everything's like, we know this.
I myself going Zen, because you go into nature. You surround yourself with nature and reduce your stress, and you quiet the mind. You get out of the cities. We keep talking about this. It's really helpful.
That's I think the sum of all, I would say, for me. So that is a place where I get everything. That's the whole weather we have discussed. One more thing which I feel I want to share is something is like, I don't know if there is a name for that in Japanese, for that technique where you go one step at a time instead of jumping all over something. Like if there's a problem or something which is bothering you, just break it and go one step at a time towards your goal.
That's right.
So no rushing and So that really helps a lot and keeps you calm and, composed, and, okay, yeah, this is what I have to do first. Once
Like
I achieve this, then I
that,
do the next.
that's perfect, especially when it comes to health. Let's say there's a big health scare. Let's not think, oh my God, this is going to kill us. No, go one step at a time. Let's go to the doctor. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's start our meds. Let's start our routines. That's what helps. Otherwise, overwhelming leads to being overthinking.
Yeah.
Taking one step, presentation. Oh my God, they only gave us 4 days. And I keep telling my son, relax, because these kids take so much. Study this much today, study tomorrow, do this much today, do this much tomorrow, do this much day after. Break it down, just relax. Like once you break it down, it'll become more manageable steps, right? That's what it is.
Yeah. Well,
I think we've covered a lot of ground. Let's try to do a takeaway. So today's takeaway is, when you're overthinking and you're worried and you don't know what's happening, you're feeling overwhelmed. First step is, let's go with try shikata ganai, let go.
yeah.
Wabi sabi. Remember, imperfections make perfection, make life easy, right? Number 3, meditate. It helps. Focus on yourself, focus on the bigger picture. Remember, you're part of a bigger cosmic, ground.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to do in the world than just this one thing. People have gone through it. People will go through it in the next time, in the future. You just need to focus on your path right now. Forest bathing. I love that. Get in touch with nature. Be with your friends always. That's what I say if you want that. Break routine and take one step at a time.
We just need to accept what we can't control, embrace imperfections, and take small steps forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So, so let us know which one resonates with you the most. And until next time, stay mindful, stay present, and don't overthink.
Wonderful. That's the best thing to say. Anyways, thank you for joining us on Talk to Us today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please do let us know what you think of our episode in our comment section below, or at our email at hello@talktoustoday.com. And don't forget to tell your friends where to find us.
Yeah. Keep smiling.
Keep laughing. And keep talking.